Morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time frame you're on. This is for my YouTube channel. I basically laid out a step process for nationality, affidavit, notary, all in one, just like the computer. I don't have to be dumb. Anyways, I, Abdul Kawi, Philippe Ali, recognize that I am a Moorish American, descendant of Noble Drew Ali, Charles Moldy Bey, Prince Yuri Bey, Matawa Montaponi, Yahshua, Ruth, Boaz, Mary, Joseph, the Pharaohs, El Malik, John Hanson, Master Rakula Bey, Elijah Pooley Bey, Master Fraud Muhammad Ali, Empress Venice El Bey, CL, JL Bey, WH Proto Bey, J Robinson Bey, etc. I am indigenous to the planet and universe. I am not part of no organization. In proper persona ser juris, I am Turtle Clan and Washita, Powhatan, and Shinnecock. Also, I have all the adept, or should I say, adept mastery degrees of self-mastery, which is I, self-law, and master. If you take it to Christianity sense, you have to master the Christ consciousness. But don't take my word for it. Research it. Nobody extends the power of the universal creator, the Most High, which is the only one, not we. Although, at this particular time, I am bipolar and schizophrenic. I wasn't born this way. When psychiatrists prescribe medications, they have no prior histories of your life without medications except for word of mouth. People around you, your peers. This is null and void and ab initio. They aren't doctors because mastery requires skills, research, study. What are the key factors that cause this mental illness in people's lives, such as where they were and how, also their upbringings. Not only that, they're supposed to cure all problems naturally without any harmful toxins. Anyways, I later stepped out step process again. In comparison to Noble Drew Ali and El Malik Hajj Shabazz, both of them made their Hajj and put El Hajj. The only difference is Noble Drew Ali put El Hajj Noble Drew Ali, and then as well as El Hajj El Malik Shabazz. And several others discusses requires no Supreme Court for name correction. It's already been 30 days, so it's unrefutable affidavit. They cannot be challenged by, this affidavit cannot be challenged by no man, woman, or child. I affirm that I have verified all answers that are true. Abdul Kawi, Philippe Ali, all titles. Abdul Kawi, Philippe. I am a Moabite Muslim, also a free Moor navigator of the seven seas, the seven continents, the seven planets, and the 7 galaxies. That part I read already. Now let's get into trust. They think they could go to a bank, a free national bank, and they'll just pay them, or a court, and they'll pay them for a trust, which is wrong because you have to save up money just to have a trust. Now, I'm not going to get into that yet. Per se violation in Black Law's Dictionary, 9th edition, is described as an antitrust, a trade practice such as a price fixing that is considered inherently anti-incompetence and injurious to the public without any need to determine any injured market competition. Universitas Juris is Latin, Roman, and civil law, the whole person's rights and liabilities, total of a person's legal relations. Unconditional adjective, 17th century, not limited by condition, not dependent on an uncertain event of contingency, absolute. Blind trust, 1969, a trust in the settlers place investment under the control of an independent trustee. To avoid a conflict of interest, the beneficiary has no knowledge of the trust holdings, no right to participating in the trust management. Blended trust. A trust is in which the beneficiary or a group of beneficiaries or a group with no member of a group having separate individual interests, having separate interests. Courts rarely recognize these trusts. Therefore, nobody can't go to court, no court system, and say they have a trust, or SSI and say they have a trust and get a bunch of money. That's a lie. Don't believe me, research it. Do your own due diligence. True bill, now 18th century. A grand jury's notion that a criminal charge should go at a petty jury for a trial, that the grand jury return the true bill and state prepared to prosecute, also termed billa veda. Cf. No bill. In the Quran, chapter 2, it states, those who violates Allah's covenant by what is meant to do things that delude to slavery. I, Abdul Ali, am Asiatic, honor my foremothers and forefathers of this land, sea and air. I, Abdul Ali, recognize that not only by the Republic of the Moorish Empire, also by the governments and nations of the world. I am not Negro, Black, or colored, Indian, or African American, Ethiopian, or Native American, etc. When I was born in Stony Brook, Long Island in 1989, the Algonquin moon just appeared again in the harvest of strawberries, which was last month, June. Now it's in July, which is the Algonquin moon of blackberry. Therefore, the moon cycle and the sun cycle is a harvest cycle. I bet you they didn't know that. The Algonquin moon cycle was created for farming, harvesting, wealth, and charming females. So any person talking about it's a gay or homo month don't know what they're talking about, because they can't have no month. Although this is factual, the homo and lesbo community have attempted to reverse the DNA spectrum by creating propaganda, fake news, and untruth that they control the market, the board, and price fixing. If this was actually in reality, why would the LBGQ and I and A, or whatever they call themselves now, community not only want to make, excuse me, drink some water. They gonna get this work. Anyway, back to the point. Why would the LBGQ and I not only want to make their presence known? Some of them have children so they can survive. The heterosexual community outnumber them 9 to 10. So what ratio is that? 1 to 9? So you trying to tell me out of 100%, only 1% control the price fixing and everything? That's bullshit. I'm supposed to believe that? I did the mathematics of that. It's no fucking way. Now back to the point. Each time they do not open the doors for men or women is another example. They don't open the doors for men or women to even enter and maintain riches, wealth, fortune, or fame in the industry or out of it. In 1989, a small contingency from the upstate New York with ties to Cleveland OH traveled out there to take up a course to study offered by C.M. Bay and J. Johnson Bay, the same year I was born, so they could claim what they want. Through his group called the Morris Cycle of Mothers and Sons. Petition and petitionery to seek and ask for pharaoh, which can be male or female. So anybody talking about a pharaoh is only a female or a male, and it's actually both. So neither one of them wrong. Therefore, a man can own a house, and so can a female. Just like a man can run a house, so can a female. It says, great house. Pharaoh. Pharaoh. Which can be a king or a queen. Not done yet. Anyways, I'm back. I, Abdulkawi Il Ali Bey, recognize that and acknowledge that I am original and aboriginal to this land, air, sea, universe, and galaxy. In the book Prophecy of the Pyramids by Spencer Lewis, it details that the land of the darkness and illumination shows that we are the darkness and the light. It also informs the people that Muslims build trains, banks, cities, pyramids, boats, and temples. It is my birthright to own land such as a house and the domicile of the United States, which is Old Glory. By me owning a house, it shows that I do not need to be tested I am the living glory, which is old glory, in which there will be no shadow of doubt. Registration number AA222141, Class A. The Code of the Laws of the United States of America of the general permanent character in force of January the 3rd, 1935. The seven sages predicted that in the tomb of Kemet that the elements of the season would change. In the tomb of the Scorpion King, it clearly identifies man's perils and ills and the lower self, which some cling to earthly plane to justify the reasons of behaviors. In the tomb of Shu, it shows that the limitations of men have excuses and all truths are not halves or falsified truth for lower desire. In the tomb of Yahshua, it shows that what's in people's heart, what clouds their mind and judgment. And it also shows that if people put logic and reason and rationality and knowledge together, it achieves goals. It would be a greater outcome on the community, society, and whole in general. I'm not done yet. In the tomb of Cleopatra, it shows women should be honest and truthful and not gaslight the men she's with or spread false allegations or spread diseases or marry gay homo men or lesbos. In the tomb of Apocalypse, it shows the root of the problem, stems and explains how to solve it without excuses. In the tomb of Muhammad, it teaches that anything that everyone does should not delude to slavery. It also shows that you must master anything. You have to master thyself and all adept degrees. In the tomb of Ali, it shows that if every attempt you're saving not only yourself, also the nation, and it's not reciprocated, and people think and believe they can enslave you, you save yourself and free yourself. Not only in nationality, in every aspect. In the tomb of Al, it shows people who utilize not only knowledge, rhetoric, military tactics to cause you harm, defend yourself at all costs, even if you have to move elsewhere. In the tomb of Day, it shows prepare to calculate every situation and save and pay for your own warfare. In the tomb of Bay, it shows measure the length of time you and others spend on both negative and positive, and it shows the pros and cons. In layman terms, if people around you are making every excuse why they can't own property, land, and save themselves, save yourself, and have it in writing, in free nationality, Moorish title, and notarizing. Put an affidavit on file. Then, when you're in a perfect opportunity, save money accordingly and use an almanac. If a job and career you worked for does not give you a better situation, such as a higher position in a job or career with your sanity, dignity, soul intact as well, and if you search for other jobs and careers and they're not available and they don't call you back or vouch for you or even give you a reference for the job, employ yourself. In the Tomb of Buddha, it shows in reality people who think and believe suffering, hunger, trauma, abuse, and believe and think it justifies the lower self rather than God's consciousness within, to use this to justify, to inflict indoctrination in people's emotional dogma. In the temple of Asoka, it shows the path to resolve everyone's issues is within. It also shows that everyone is bringing up the past history against you that are negative. They are creating a situation that will leave them stagnated because their past history can also be used against them. Now I'm going to get into the title, Ali, where stuff grows naturally in this country and internationally. Now, where ginkgo biloba grows naturally in Morocco on this continent, in the state of America, is in Harlem, 125th Street. Where sunflower naturally grows in New York City is in Brooklyn, Kings County. Where peppermint naturally grows in New York City is in Queens, New York City. Where cilantro grows naturally overseas is in Mexico in the South. See, I have to let some parts out because they say they know everything, right? Where sorrow naturally grows overseas is Jamaica, Montego Bay. Where green peas naturally grows is in Long Island, Stony Brook. Where black eyed peas naturally grows is in Long Island, Amityville. Where oranges naturally grow is in Miami-Dade County. That's the same county the rapper Rick Ross is from, Trick Daddy and all them, and DJ Khaled. So if they don't know that, just don't look at me, research it. Ask them, do they know it? Where kiwis naturally grow in New Jersey is Cook County. Same place they said Noble Drew Ali notarized the document and put the affidavit on file. Where squash naturally grows is in the Bronx, New York. Where coconuts naturally grow is in Chicago. Where peanuts naturally grow is in Detroit. Where peppers naturally grow in India is in the West Side. Where cantaloupe naturally grows is in Los Angeles in the East Side. Where ginger naturally grows is naturally in Long Island is in Bellport. Now I'm in like 24 minutes and change. The Knights of the Zodiac represents the guardians and protections of the Zodiac. The different The different signs of the zodiac and galactic signs are the pillars of civilization in the Moorish Empire, which is Morocco and Mauritania. Melanin is a skin color, which is 1.8927 and a fourth. So, to prove my point, the mathematics, when you put a zero on a number and you move it over one space, and the one is already there, and you move the decimal point one time, "28 plus 1 is 29. 7 times 1 is 7. A quarter and a quarter is 50. Half of 50 is a quarter. 1 plus 4 is 5. 1 plus 8 is 9. So it repeats itself. So that's the whole thing they talking about, the cycle repeating and everything. Don't look at me, research. The sun is a fire element which increases the melanin within the skin. Which is 400 million. So 1.927 and a half. Then 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 9 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. A half and a half is 1 whole. 1 plus 9 is 10. Seven times 1 is 7. $25 plus 25 is 50. Well, I show my work. Affirmative action is Morse Latin to stand on your square forever. Therefore, if you have to do it when you're tested and you don't do it when you're not tested, therefore you're not standing on your square. Anyways, more information I have to get into, but time is money, so some other time. It's for my YouTube channel. Peace.